There we are. Turn my microphone on. Boom. What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining me for some more Star Traders Frontiers by the Treese Brothers. So last we left off, we have 58,000 credits. We have to escort Arbiter Brockstrom to the neighboring Dixie Maelstrom Quadrant, where he hopes she will intervene on the benefit of his daughter Valencia Fane. By all accounts, the Fane family cannot stand to be found guilty in the bombing of the High Wind. Stell needs to review the additional evidence that Aton Char is holding. They're holding the data records on Devilmara, the system around which the High Wind military installation was orbiting. So we'll plot a route. Alright, it was plotted. Now, can we do anything here? People claim to dislike gossip, but everybody likes it. Let's take a look at our crew manifest. Okay, so we have some points to spend. We have some talents. Alright, first, there's the multi-classing. Ready to gain 2 job ranks. Captains and officers may train up to 3 jobs. Consider training in a second. So, you actually don't want officers and crew members with many negative traits. So she's got good traits. Damien, her brother, has good traits. Ains has very good traits. She's ex-military. Let's take a look at our fighters, because that's who is going to be going out for us. +1 quickness, 3 wisdom. Ex-military, nice. Vulture and CD gain 20% morale bonus when spicing. Ayeki, fearless, scrappy. Alright, so the traits for our fighters seem to be pretty good. Storyteller gains morale, increases morale gains by 2. Fierce, alright, cool. So I'm not going to go through all the ship crew. I'm sure some will have negative traits like yeah. See, something like this would be bad. Penchant for taking out frustration on others. A loss in morale causes an equal loss from another crew member. +2 strength, 15% all damage, but she's not really a fighter. So I'll just take a look at a few of them. Fearless, fierce, combat nerves. He's got nerves in combat. It's only when he's out in combat, though. So yeah, there's a lot here, like so it's all good. We'll let's go back. Did we check? Wow, the demand is for spice extractors, but it requires a permit. Alright. So I guess there's not much we can do. Let's head out. Navigators, careful now. This was the world over which the High Wind military research base was parked. You can see the debris field still hanging in orbit. The bomb was powerful enough to take out the entire station. The destruction was absolute. Let's figure out what this stuff means. Refuel, repair, ducta, spice, shortage. Insatiable demand has caused a spike in profits for traders, bringing much needed goods to the market at Hugmain Annex. Starving for goods in demand, prices will be higher for such cargo. The exchange will buy more before demand slackens. The zone's exchange has little to sell. Production is down and the exchange will not have much to offer. So this is a place to sell cargo, and look at that. It's legal. And we just made a profit of 1,900 total. Sell it. A trade ban. Conflict Captain's faction is preventing this trade. It would violate the galactic trade ban between Syndicate Rykard and Clan Zenrin and will incur rep loss with Clan Zenrin to a max of -28. I see. Okay. So let's get into it then. Estelle needs to review the additional evidence that Atar Char is holding. They are holding the data records on Devamara, the system around which the Highwind military installation was orbiting. What are your orders, Captain? Escort Arbiter Estelle Brokstrom safely to and from her meetings, but nothing more. The low-risk option will mitigate our reputation loss. Will accompany Arbiter Estelle Brokstrom to the palace and join in the legal proceedings and viewing of evidence on Prince Callaghan Fane's behalf. If we succeed, we could gain a 15% bonus payment, but a failure would cause additional reputation loss. Well, I like our chances with the charisma and the negotiate skill, so let's join the arbitration. Does not look like the news was good, Arbiter. No, things have not improved. I'd hoped there would be something I could do. That somehow the Princess Aton would be bending or breaking Shaylin law to persecute Valencia unfairly. But it is not the case. The evidence against Valencia is overwhelming and damning. They have not hesitated to share that with me. This is not what Callaghan is expecting. That does not matter. What matters is the truth and the law. My failure would be carried down in my lineage, clear for every arbiter who followed me to sea. There is no question. I cannot help the Fane family in this. Alright, we rolled successfully, passed the test. 2 weeks, 4 days, proved invaluable, received a 1,000 credit bonus from Estelle Brokstrom, paid 7,000, gained +3 rep with Zenrim, +3 with Callaghan Fane, who gained an influence. We lost 4 rep with Syndicate Rykard. Okay, rumor shortage. We heard that rumor. Alright, so... missions? With their tour complete, Arbiter Brokstrom must return to the Fane Court at Landers to meet with Prince Callaghan about her findings. Embargo. The local military at Durvan is on high alert over suspected trafficking and smuggling of dangerous illegal goods. The officers of the trade law are working overtime to enforce the local embargo. What does this mean? Faction politics. House Zenrin has a trade ban, but an alliance with Moklamnu. Rykard's winning by 23 points. Okay. So let's level up some characters here. So train jobs. Let's see. 2 points to spend. We'll keep him with his explorer trait. Level that to level 2. And how about diplomat to go along with that? So the laws and legal codes of the Star Traders and the mighty factions are deep water, confusing and dangerous to cross. A diplomat knows how to safely navigate these waters, as well as the political web of princes, dignitaries, and contacts. Grants +3 negotiate, 1 intimidate. No members know that. Cool. And now we train the talents, so we now have talents from the diplomat. Abilities. This sounds pretty good. Automatically passes the failed negotiate test in any situation, including deep space travel, mutiny, or during a mission. This sounds pretty good. When accepting a mission, increases your payment for every step in the mission by 10% plus your negotiate skill. While exploring a wild zone, increases reward by 10% plus explore skill. I still like settlement. No, what was it? Winning compromise. Or was there another one? I thought there was another one. I'll fail negotiate test. Yeah, let's train that one. Boom, Captain Webb's talents. Alright, so what would she be good in? She's a stern leader, quartermaster. Quartermaster. She has 3 points to spend. So we'll give her another. Quartermaster is the chief of a ship's staff in any movement of spacing life. The quartermaster supports and directs the crew for maximum effect during shore leave while sailing across the stars and can rally the crew in deadly ship-to-ship combat. So we'll train that. What about Commander? Commander's presence is palpable in high-tension moments. With a steady hand of leadership, the commander calms, buffs, and inspires the entire crew to achieve success. We'll give her Commander as well. Commander and Quartermaster. And another in Quartermaster. Can we change her visual though? She's got to get a haircut, I'm sorry. I can't take that hair. Seriously, oh, that's pretty good. I like that. That makes her look tough. Alright. Automatically passes a failed command test in any situation. So let's have her re-roll or automatically pass a failed command test. Boom. I think someone already had that, didn't they? Oh, we can just go to next this way. Alright, he's an engineer. 2 points to spend. An engineer is trained to operate and maintain the many systems and technologies that are the backbone of every star-charting vessel. Their keen focus on ship repair and complex electronic systems makes them indispensable on high-tech ships. Grants +4 repair, +3 electronics. We'll get a point in that. Engineer / electronics tech. Backbone of most bridge crews, the electronic tech operates critical ship components, commands the ECM suite, and provides guidance and situational awareness via scanners and radar. Let's get a point of electronics tech, E-tech. Alright. I think someone has arrived already. A crew. No, purges ship any ship crippling effects, repairs 20% plus repair skill and damage to 2 to 4 ship components. Alright, so I like this. Upon entering the orbit of a new system, 10% plus a electronic skill chance to learning a rumor. Oh, someone knows that already. Alright, so how about Unrivaled Patch? Purge a ship of any ship crippling effects in combat. That'll be pretty good. Nobody else has any points to spend? Where's our other... officer? There she is. Alright, so she's a doctor. She's got 1 point to spend. In the big empty swaths of space, a crew looks at their doctor for medical treatment, care, and assurances. A doctor works from the medical bay to save lives during ship battle, explorations, or during inevitable spacing accidents. Grants 1 tactics, 4 doctor, 2 command. We'll keep her a doctor. Alright, so that's... I think that's done. Everybody who had points spent them. On to the next one. I don't think there's much we can do here. But navigate away. Oh yeah, what's this? Artifact find. See, even if we find artifacts, we don't have any room in our cargo to store them. So, like if I landed on Kenosis Morass, the Indie Wilderness, there might be more stashes there, but the point of where would I keep them? I'd have to dump some of what I'm carrying. You know what? Plot a new course, Commander. We're going on an exploration. Okay, so not much danger. Danger rating 5 out of 10. Richness 10 out of 10 determines how rich the rewards for exploration could be. Explorer 9 out of 10 determines how many rounds of exploration is possible each year. Let's explore Kenosis Morass. Why are we landing the ship in the wilderness? To explore, my good man. Alright, so we have the skill here. We can re-roll any card. Now what we do is explore and it randomly selects a card. We could get 8 to 16 rare trade goods. We could take 10 to 30 damage up to 8 crew. We could find raw resources. We could discover clues and traces of spy, operative, or pirate security on the surface. Or we could hit another 10 to 30 crew. So let's re-roll this card. Boom. Boom! 8 to 16 rare trade goods. We discovered Kongan Locust in the wilderness. With some extra time and effort, we have harvested the valuable rare trade goods. We have deposited our 12 units of Kongan Locust in a stash hidden in the surface of this world. Exhilarated by the risk, some people gained morale. Our exploration took 1 week. Alright, so now we don't have that card anymore. So let's check our stash. Whoa, look how expensive they are. 2,400, 42, 300 max. Alright, so we're gonna have to leave some Ursulite ore here. We can hide this in the stash, and we can always come back to this actually too and pick it back up, but that's not really worth it. 28.8k. Boom, that was a great find. Alright, so I want to do this because I'm looking for those 2 to 4 Terox artifacts. So let's give it a try. Yeah! Covered some abandoned Terox Xeno breeding sites and some of their biological artifacts. 4 units of Terox Xeno artifacts. Crew gain 90 total XP. So I think I'm going to stop there. I think we made, wow, also expensive. I think we made a great haul here. Our odds were increased. So when selling rare trade goods, you'll gain rep with the local faction and increase the influence of contacts in the quadrant of origin. In demand on orbital, high-tech, lux pop tradeaway zones. If we lack the legality is 2. They're illegal. If we lack the required permit, we'll need to seek out a black market or indie world. Unless we can find a world with trade law 2 or lower, we'll need to seek out a black market. Claiming those babies, though. So that was very lucky. You know what? Let's land here and refuel. Pay our wages. So I can't really sell much here. So that rumor paid off. That's pretty cool. We found some artifacts. Oblivion Cliffs. We could find more artifacts. We won't get greedy. Understaffed and skilled navigators. Jump will be risky. That's a hyperwarp jump to Thog's Loop. Reduce the fuel cost. We've been through worse as a crew, so this is where I have to go. Space fever up here. Alright, so we have one contact here, an embargo, spice. So what's the embargo? The local military at Durban is on high alert over suspected trafficking and smuggling of dangerous illegal goods. The officers of trade law are working overtime to enforce the local embargo. Temporary elevated by +5 and lower legality cargo will be harder to sell. If we buy or sell goods in the exchange in this zone, we gain reputation with the location faction, which is our own faction. Heightened trade law means higher profit potential for smugglers. As many more goods become illegal and the black market booms. With the law bearing down any sales on the black market will increase our reputation with the local faction as we bring much needed goods into the market. Their economy squeeze, contacts resident in the zone may lose influence. So what is this stuff? Government, 9 out of 10. Military, 8 out of 10. Starport, 10 out of 10. Economy, 20 out of 28. Spice, 10 out of 10. Trade law, 10 out of 10. Population, 10 out of 10. Alright, so if we land here, pay our wages, how do we go to the black market? You know, I might just take my 238 profit and go with those. Illegal. Illegal. So how exactly do I go to the black market? Lost one with Reichart, who's on the trade ban. So they're straight up illegal, so how do I get to the black market? Is what I would really like to know. So before we continue with this quest, I'm going to ask a question of how do I view the black market? Be right back. We're back. Alright, so the answer is you need a contact that specializes in the black market. So our known contacts, we have Belle Linhart. She has a black market and she's living in Thog's Loop in Slatic Falls. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna have to make a route for her. And see what happens. You can gain contacts through card games as well. Exploration, spying, patrolling. You can gain them that way too. So let's report in. Her tour is complete. We must accompany Arbiter Brockstrom back to Fane Court. It means meet with Prince Callaghan Fane. We bring neither happy tidings or good news. Many welcomes, Estelle. And Captain, once again I owe you my gratitude for your services well rendered. Greetings to you both. We have not yet met. I am Valencia Fane. Valencia, it's an honor to finally meet you. I only wish it was under better circumstances. Estelle, do not bandy with words. Speak your news now and clearly. Callaghan, you are well aware of my commitment to Shaylin law. Don't start pattering on with me, Estelle. I don't want to hear your rote platitudes. Father, contain yourself. Absolutely not, Val. You don't know this witch, but I do. She's about to feed you to those Reichart spiders. You should heed your daughter's warning, Callaghan. You would betray me, my family, and my daughter? I betray no one. I uphold the law. You can't be serious. I did not bomb that cursed facility. By the flag, this is a farce. I am sorry, Valencia. They hold undeniable evidence. Multiple bombs were smuggled off your ship onto the Highwind. Surveillance footage from multiple satellites and security systems all support their claims. I should not be telling you this. It taints the case. But I am because of our friendship. Because of our friendship? How can you even say that now, you snake in the grass? Responsibility flows upward. As the captain of the Medusa, Val will be found guilty. I did no such thing. Get out of my court. Now. Begone, you Zendu witch. It was a good moment to excuse ourselves from the palace. None of us wanted to be within Callaghan's striking distance for a moment longer. We have gained a major experience reward across the crew. Arbiter, is the case completely been lost? Callaghan is sure to fight it tooth and claw to the bitter end, but in my judgment, it is lost. Arbiter, what will you do next? I will recuse myself from the proceedings. I will find another Star Trader to give me a ride back to my holdings on Ryline. Whatever happens next, it won't be helped by having me here. And what will you do once you arrive on Ryline? There is no further time to waste. The legal mess has shown me one thing. The faction accords aren't working for our people anymore. There's a feud coming between the Fane and the Char. It will be long, deep, and bloody. It will not end with their attempt on Val's life. If Shaylin law and its judicial structures aren't enough to stop this from happening, then we must find ways to keep the peace. I have long championed amendments to the faction accords to form a united coalition that would have overseen this kind of case. A united coalition would have taken out of the hands of the Reichart judge. If a case had been handled by a neutral party, perhaps the feud could have been prevented. So much hangs in the balance. 2 more royal families locked in the death grip of a feud, thousands of lives, years of instability and war. Blood spilled on both sides. Rest assured, if Val dies, Callaghan will seek royal blood in return. Ah, there is much to do, but I must return to Rhyline to finish the negotiations I started. Our people can wait no longer for the United Coalition. I have need of a dedicated Star Trader to help me. You have more than proven your mettle. I would ask for your help if I could get it. I know that you may wish to stay here and help Prince Fane see this through. Arbiter Brockstrom has added an offer to our mission list to join her on Rhyline, where she needs help advocating for the amendments to form the United Coalition. I'm sure we'll find Prince Fane as calm if we wish to return to his court and his employ. Until we meet again, Arbiter. I hope that you consider joining me on Rhyline, but I can see that you're thinking of helping the Fane. You must be careful of the court's politics, Captain. Join me on Rhyline. That is a decision I will have to make. I should not be telling you this, but I spoke with Judge Wellen, who is running the case. He is hard set on keeping the legal proceedings within 6-year time. It is well within his right as a judge. Enough, I have said far too much. Now I must go. Arbiter Estelle has given us insider intel on the Highwind legal proceedings and exactly when they will end, within the next 6 years. If we wish to help the Fane, we must return to the court and meet again with Callaghan. As promised, we returned Arbiter Brockstrom safely to the Fane court. 12K. She's departed our ship permanently. We completed the mission. We gained rep. You know, it took us 6 days. Alright. So from here, I'd like to go meet a known contact. Belle Linhart. Where is she? Down here. Crew discipline fails during a fuel transfer. I'll find a way, I always do. Cool planet, let's go meet our known contact. There are FDF troopers everywhere. Footing the bill for your crew and officers' time and reveille in the Spice Hall is a sure way to raise morale. At the Spice Hall, each crew will gain between 3 and 8 morale whenever you pay the time and credits for leave. Once the crew are released into the mix of the bar, circus, and bazaar that makes up the Spice Hall district, it could be anywhere between 1 to 3 days before they all return. Alright. There you guys go. So you can go into this, you know, more in depth. We'll just repair. Let's meet Belle. She's a fixer. Offers smuggler missions. Alright. Let's check her details. Her influence among the clan Zenrin is 34 out of 100. She hates Juout. Increased missions against Jowat. Well connected. Considers faction rep 10% more effective and effective rep. Has 2 traits are currently unknown. Supports clan Zenrin Troubadour. Okay, whatever. She's opposed by some clan Zenrin too. We have no intel records to sell, but the black market. Access a legal trading house to sell low legality goods. So let's get better standing with her. Specialist gear. Wait. There's a lot here. Climb the Zenrin military hierarchy. The Fixer's right to sponsor star traders within the military has limitations. Belle Linhart will never be able to offer more military promotions and titles. Because of my loyalty and service to Clan Zenrin, I can buy ranks within the faction's political military hierarchy from Fixer Belle Linhart. While ranks cost credit, this pledge loyalty pays off in discounted services and upgrades, as well as in better missions and crew recruits. So this is the same as if I have done it with Prince Fane. So she can't actually offer me the next rank. I'm already a recruit. It's beyond the contact max, so we'd have to talk to Prince Fane about that. Alright, so let's try to get into the black market. Inviting a star trader to an illegal trading house is risky. If we're caught or run into trouble, it'll cost Bell Linhart influence and damage our personal rep. Due to our contact standing, we're guaranteed to access the black market as if we traded with a grade 2 permit or higher. Wherever there's trade law, taxes, and a record keeper watching over the exchange like a hawk, there'll be a black market. Criminal elements form powerful illegal trading houses to flaunt local law and reap the profits. So let's continue. Oh, it's a card game. This is risky. This is risky. Oh. Caught in the act by a faction security band, we have no choice but to fight combat. We've lost 5 rep with the clan Zenrin. We lost 2 personal rep with our sponsor in contact. 16 crew have gained experience while trying to reach the illegal trading house. Our attempt to gain access took 2 days. So we have to fight. So here are our fighters. We've got Felix Abad in the back, Sergio up front, Kitty Lazaro, Ayiki Sira. So this is not good. It's not good at all. But it gives us some combat experience. Alright, so we're going to use Balanced Blade and Crew Combat Blade Attack. A successful attack buffs yourself with 25% melee accuracy, 10% melee damage, 10% armor piercing, plus 25% parry for 3 turns. Let's get rid of her there. Beautiful, so he's buffed. Oh. Stop shooting us. In Crew Combat, Rifle Attack hits 2 targets with minus 35% all damage, plus 10% armor piercing, plus 10% critical. Let's try to hit 2 targets. Nice. She's got Close Range Barrage. Crippling Pistol Attack with plus 25% range damage. Successful hit costs minus 25% melee accuracy, minus 25% all damage, minus 10% critical damage for 3 turns. So let's get rid of... Oh, she's in a bad position to use that. Alright, let's just shoot this guy with we'll get rid of her. She's got the big gun. Oh, snap. What was that? He is Venomous Blade and a Smoke Bomb. Bio Agent. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Come on, die. We are in a lot of trouble. Ah, snap. Come on. Okay, 1 down. Down goes one of our guys. Oh, another smoke bomb. Close range barrage. This will lower his melee. I did not want to have to get into a fight here. Plus 25% range damage. No, don't lose another one. This was bad. This was very bad. She's in a bad position for some reason. She's gonna refocus, which ends a turn, restores HP and morale. He's in a better position, I guess. Oh, this thing's still not over. She's still in a bad position. I don't know why. Enemy defeated. Our crew fought bravely and were victorious. None survived. Our squad still has 2 standing. Gain experience, let's depart. Yeah, let's not try that again. Did we lose 2 people? No, our ship barracks is full. There's no medical here. Let's get the spice leave. Alright, so we need to come back here when we have someone who can remove a black market card, which I'm pretty sure I saw already. Someone can do that. I've buried too many friends and shipmates. Didn't even hurt that much, honestly. Alright, let's talk to Callaghan Fane. We should see if his temper is cooled.
Captain, I'm glad to see you've returned. Let me apologize for my outburst. I should have known that Estelle would value her political neutrality over helping my family, even after all these years.
I believe, my prince, that while she's hell-bent on playing the impartiality card, she is not wrong. Aton Char holds compelling evidence against your daughter. We have seen some of it ourselves.
The Arbiter did leave a report with some details, enough to see what is coming.
I can see that you're not done fighting, Prince Fan.
No, far from it. Valencia's life is at stake today, but that won't be the end of it.
Princess Aton's ambitions go far beyond that. This will be a trying time for the Fan bloodline. I hope that you will stick by us now. There is much work to be done. This case is far from settled. Now let's talk to Zeta. You mentioned that we should keep our eyes open. Hope you have been listening and watching, Captain. It's easy to get caught up in the surface storyline. What everyone is talking about, the distraction. What do you think everyone is missing? You can honestly say that you aren't skeptical about Aton Char's likely story. Every single soul aboard the High Wind died? Every last record of the secret and potentially illegal research was lost? Not a stitch was recovered or backed up elsewhere? Now that you mention it. But no one is paying attention because there's a legal case and a threat to Valencia's life. What do you think Aton is trying to hide? Is it too far-fetched that she bombed her own orbital to make the research disappear? It's very elaborate, but only as far-fetched as the claim that the research was completely lost in the explosion. Or perhaps the entire plan was to make Aldo Bastille disappear. The chief scientist Bastille? You think he didn't die? Everyone thinks that it's hyperbole when you hear about the most brilliant man in a generation. Not with Bastille, this is no exaggeration. What if he were spirited away to a secret laboratory where he can work out of sight? You have a lot of conspiracy theories. Because I'm looking past their front and big loud legal case. It's a distraction. Shouldn't we take this to Callaghan? My brother has enough to worry about already. He's fighting the legal case in every way he can. He has an uphill battle on his hands. If we aren't able to prove Char's guilt, then Valencia's fate will be determined by his work. We don't need to burden him with this. So you're asking us to do this on the sly? Yes, I am, Captain. The mission is between us and us alone. You plan to keep Valencia in the dark as well? Why get their hopes up? If it was true, would it clear the case against Valencia? That depends entirely on what we would be able to prove. We would need hard evidence if it was to have any effect on the legal proceedings. Eitan Shar already has a heap of evidence that she was not shy in showing it to the Arbiter. Of course she has evidence. If this is her own plot, don't you think she's smart enough to cover her tracks? She had just enough to scare the Arbiter away. Estelle has no stomach for this. She couldn't be bothered to risk her own political aspirations in the Unionist cause. It didn't take much for her to run off. You saw that. What do you propose we do about it? We need to find proof. I can't rely on the family's intelligence corps for this. That is where you come in, Captain. I need you to revisit the world where the High Wind went down. A little clandestine spying. We might pick up a lead on whatever Char is trying to hide. I will pay from my own treasury for your work. Zeta Fane has added an offer for a story mission to the mission list here at the court. We can accept it if we're willing to try to prove her conspiracy theory against Eitan Shar. Alright, so we're ready to promote to Adept. Let's use some of the personal rep cost. Effective rep 20, influence min. Alright, 2,000 credits. Boom. Okay. Introductions. "12 jumps distance." Wow, but he's an ex-spy. That could be worthwhile, but not 12 jumps. Alright. Well, Valencia, the tour with Brockstrom did not turn out as planned. It's nothing new, Captain. The entire affair has been sinking in the bio-waste pit from the beginning. We had hoped our tour with the Arbiter might fish it out. No such luck. I only wish I had smelled the stink earlier. What were you doing at the High Wind? For years, our family has been trying to reach an agreement with Eitan Shar over a technology exchange. Our Zenran scientists have developed a prototype of a highly efficient hyperwarp engine. The meeting at the High Wind would have given the Fane family the first look at exactly what research they had to trade. Did you bomb the High Wind military installation? I'm glad we can be frank with each other. I give my word that I'm not responsible for the bombing. However, I could believe that a traitor aboard my ship, the Medusa, snuck multiple explosives into the orbital station. If that ends up being the case, I had no knowledge of it at the time. And yet, I may suffer the retribution for it. You suspect a traitor among your crew? It is far past suspicion at this point. I have reason to believe there is another hand pulling strings in this mess. Speak clearly, Valencia. After the bombing, my crew started to jump ship at every turn. It was not a surprise. They all knew returning with me would need prison bars and tough questions. Prison bars? Every crew member who stuck with me has been detained and interrogated since my return. My father's intelligence corps is looking for a culprit. By all accounts, someone aboard your ship is responsible for the bombing, so they are all suspects. Except the guilty crew would have jumped ship long before our return. Callaghan has people looking for them, but his hands are tied. He has to play by the rules, else risk the case going up in flames. We couldn't track down that many people, even if we tried. I'm thinking of one man of particular interest. His name is Calbe Damor. Why him? I've known for some time that he is a Hunna agent. The independent revolutionaries? The one and only. Some would flat out call them terrorists. Tell us about the Hunna. Independents have always scratched out a living on the fringes of faction space. They choose to live on the unclaimed planets, the real backwater, in order to be free of faction law, or in many cases to hide from faction law. We've sat down on indie systems. That kind of freedom can only be found on the worst systems. They chose freedom, but it's left them vulnerable. They get shoved around when the factions start jostling. The Hunna Collective has risen out of their resentment. They claim that the greed and power of the factions are destroying the free people. And they channel that anger into violence. They're known for murder, sabotage, and intimidation tactics, but they are fighting for a cause they believe in. Bombing an orbital installation might just be in their bag of tricks. Why did you tolerate Kalba if you thought he was Hunna? I only had suspicions at first. Then, once I was sure, I wanted to keep my enemy close. It was better to know the Hunna in the mix than to mistrust everyone. But I did not know his intentions or what they had planned. Why would the Hunna want to destroy the Highwind? Like so many others, the Hunna hide behind Shaylin law. They claim that the syndicates and great houses have abandoned Shaylin and his laws. They claim we have twisted the laws to our own ends. I've heard the Hunna are a thorn in the side of all powerful families. Feyan forces, myself included, have clashed with the freedom fighters and Hunna sleeper cells more than a few times. They are not to be trifled with. They're tough fighters and live by their principles. I respect them for that. So perhaps the Highwind in his attempt to gain revenge on the entire Feyan clan. Or they were trying to harm Princess Aton Shar for another reason completely. Tell us everything. We'll find your man. I have two leads to finding Kalba, one better than the other. First, I know the world where he split from my crew. You might be able to pick up his trail there in the Spice Hall. Also, he used to work for a smuggler I know, Ahmad Azir. She might be able to point you in the right direction. I know the Hunna were behind the bombing. If we had proof of that, perhaps my name could be cleared. Getting Kalba in your custody would be the first step. I will pay you handsomely to help prove my innocence. Valencia Fane added an option. Or added an offer. We can accept it if we're willing to hunt down Kalba Demore. Alright, and what's your next play, Prince Callaghan?
From what you and Arbiter Brockstrom have shared, this legal case will be hard to win. Aton has so much hard evidence. So we must fight two battles. First, we must meet Princess Char head-on in the legal court. We will slow her down, challenge every scrap of evidence, and drag this case through the mud. Second, we must work to petition the higher, saner powers of both of our factions. No one wants to see this turn into a duel of assassins except Aton. If we can alert the Rykar Syndicate leadership to the danger that Aton poses to their political aims, they may demand that she accept just compensation. You'll need a dedicated Star Trader to negotiate on your behalf and carry messages across the quadrants. The destinations are not near, Captain. I will pay you well for the work. For it to have an impact, you'll need to move quickly and without much delay.
Alright, Prince Callaghan now has an offer us missions that will allow us to influence the outcome of the legal case between his daughter Valencia and Princess Aton Shar. So we have 3 years to find Kalba Demore. The conspiracy has 2 years, and he has new missions. So let's get a mission from him. Mounting pressure, 3 years. What other missions? Admissible evidence. For a time, we'll act as court couriers for Callaghan Fane, who needs to move evidence, documents, and counselors to and from the case. We'll pick up evidence that's been prepared on Hunter's Hive to show that Princess Aton Shar and Prince Callaghan Fane were in a long negotiation to establish a technological partnership. Alright, so we have some missions to take on. I think the first one will be accepting that one. Boom, boom, boom. high wind case. Arbiter Estelle Brokstrom quietly gave us insider information about how long Judge Wellen will allow the high wind legal case to proceed. Everyone was warned that when the case ends, the ruling will be against Valencia Fan. We have 6 years to clear her name. Advocating amendments, we have 12 years to go help her on Ryline. So let's chase suspicion. Last time Valencia saw Cowboy Demore, he was disappearing into the Spice Hall on Paradiso. We could try to pick up his trail there. No hyperwarp jumps. Need a medic. Pay our wages. Can we upgrade the ship at all? Who's our other known contact? We've got a fixer. Retired explorer. Oh, specialist gear. Let's go back to her. And check out that specialist gear she has. So I'm gonna light up a smoke here. Unexpected violence among crew. Yikes. Xenospores floating in this system have damaged our ship and reduced morale. Starport Boom and Neoprima. Learned rumor by Talon Alert Scanner. Rumor Xenospores falling on Tengu Top Off. So Xenos are the game's aliens. They're very deadly. I fought some of them. And they're very deadly and dangerous. What's this starport boom? An influx of building materials and available planetary labor have created a boom around Neoprimus starport, increasing production of ship hulls and components. Okay. There's always something shiny in the wreckage if you know how to look. Injured crew in that. Can we buy cargo here? These seem like a pretty good thing to purchase. Not a lot of profit margin there though. Alright, Belle. What's this specialist gear? Each individual equipment purchase will cost 2 personal rep with our contact. Selling equipment will not change our reputation. We have 8 personal rep. Alright. Oh, these are all unavailable. All this stuff down here. Vexian Balm, which looks like a bomb. Jack braces and a 0x headset. You can purchase a single 0x headset for 7,800. Once purchased, either myself or one of my officers will be able to equip it. Only officers? So man, I really want to get into that black market and sell these goods before they get stolen from us. Alright, so we leveled up here. We can trade another job. Let's trade an explorer. Train commander. E-Tech. And let's train. She's got 1 point to spend. Doctor. And Doctor again. She's got talent. She's not going to be doing much combat, so let's reduce the cost of medical care at the doctor by 10 plus doctor skill. Alright. Wait, I want to undo that. Can I retrain? Pay 2,500 to retrain her talents. So medical staff, and let's do treat wounded. Heals 3 crew or up to medical rating times 3 on ships with advanced medical facilities. Each patient gains 20 plus doctor skill and HP. Let's do that. Alright. So our next mission is chasing suspicion. Let's go get him, men. I'll have to pay respects at the Hall of Memories. Last time Valencia saw Calbe de Moraes disappearing in the Spice Hall in Paradiso. We could try to pick up his trail there. Any sailor or spacer who passes through a world leaves some kind of trail in the multitude of record systems. By poking around, we could certainly find traces of Calbe here and where he might have gone. Alright, so the ones with the saving talent checkmark are automatic, so boom. Some good detective work has paid off. Everyone leaves traces, you just have to know how to find them. Calbe didn't stay long, he got off the world as fast as he could. Like he was running from something. In fact, he is. Us. Alright. Successfully infiltrating the surveillance of record systems from a terminal in the starport, we're able to dig up some data on Calbe's movements and destination. Quickly took passage on a merchant ship heading to a nearby system. Luckily, he was forced to write down a destination address by the dockmaster on duty, so we also know the name of the boarding house where we might find the spacer. Plus 2 rep, lost 10 rep with Hana Collective. Alright, on to the next waypoint. 2 hyper jumps to Orient Expanse. Danger 3. Successful. Drink Farfallen Room. I don't burn easily. Time and space is a way of changing us for the better. You're a good commander, Bell. Alright, that skill didn't work that time. We used 22 fuel. Quadrant Ride rumor pirate fleet. A fleet of pirates have inundated the Orion Expanse and are raiding every shipping lane in system orbit. Pirates are much more likely to interrupt space travel or appear during patrolling a blockade. Emboldened by their band of privateers, pirates are more hostile across the entire quadrant. Local factions will be more thankful if we drive off pirates during patrol and increase reputation bonuses. Contacts relying on this quadrant's economic operations may lose influence. Due Due to the squeeze on legal trading, there's an increased chance to gain influence for a contact when trading in the black markets. With increased activity in the void, pirates will be landing, resupplying, stashing their treasure on wilderness zones, increasing their appearance while exploring. Naha Morass. We've been here. Let's take a little side thing here. Spice Hall looks busy and inviting. Time for a visit, I think. Crew and officers only get new levels upon being paid. Getting paid increases morale. Any crew officer who is owed wages but not paid will lose morale. Pay our wages. Refuel. Now let's... Oh, the danger is high here. Such beauty in these empty spaces. Let's see, No, we haven't been here, have we? I thought we were just here. Alright, let's get rid of Xeno combat. We successfully passed the ship ops and resilience test. Destructive forces threaten the integrity of our ship. In the moment of need, our crew's hardened resolve and skill protected the ship from harm. 15 crew gained 136 XP while exploring. Yeah, it's a little too dangerous. The danger here is high. So on we go. Ship collided with a meteoroid. Merchant. Contact his position appears suspicious. They're sweeping us with their long-ranged scanners and may report our presence to their faction. We'll retreat. Gave orders to depart. Mutual withdrawal. Oh, simple enough. Spice parasite ravage crew before being caught. Let's land here. To live here, you would need great skill. Wow. While the expedition ranged out the world's dangerous surface, our ship has taken moderate damage. Our exploration mission took 6 days. Alright, let's re-roll a card. This card here. Oh, nice. We've uncovered a long-abandoned Terok spore hive. Once the Xeno bred and multiplied here. Multiple excavation sites allow us to tap the load. Bell gained 5 morale. Took a week. Alright, that's enough. Oh, contact hiding nearby. Really? Or we could lose weeks. We lost weeks. Hours stretch into days, days stretch into weeks. The ground exploration crew hits roadblock after roadblock, and even the long retreat back to the ship seems nearly impossible. Members of the crew are demoralized. Some gained morale by the risk. Week in 5 days. We'll just take our Xeno artifacts and get out of here. Before this guy gets away.
Didn't take much asking around to find the boarding house, Captain.
But we also got a stiff warning about the place. It's known to be a den of Hana operatives. Another example of the local authorities looking the other way. Probably because they're trailing everyone who comes and goes from the place.
Best to keep your enemies close, as they say.
Val saw how that worked. Let's not repeat her mistake. This isn't the kind of place where we can ask around and knock some heads. Our only option is going to be a swift strike.
To battle!
We should have a doctor in there. Let's have Ainge Looseburn go. She prefers slot 4. I guess that looks pretty good.
Keep it up.
It's all over for you guys. Alright, he's got the buff. She can burst fire a couple peeps. No short burst. Nice. She's a doctor, but she doesn't have any doctor combat talents. I didn't think I'd be sending her into combat. She's in a bad position. Well, that's not good. Nice. What is this? Slash? Oh. Slash him. Her. Get that big gun out of there. Turn 2. She's buffed with courage. Burst fire. Yeah, bad position. Can we move her? Oh no. Awesome. Awesome. End it. Nice. Our crew fought bravely and victorious. Alright. Search the place thoroughly. Be quick about it.
Local security will be here shortly.
I've got something, Captain. There's a stash of small data cubes and record scrolls here. Grab everything. We'll analyze it back on our ship. Hurry now. Faction defense forces will confiscate all of this if we give them a chance. The Hana is surprisingly well equipped. However, their security is lax. It did not take us long to decipher Kaub's travel manifest from the latest data cube. They shipped him out as quickly as he arrived, bound for a stretch of uninhabited wilderness. He's an outlaw on the land, hiding from the law in his past. Victorious in a risky crew combat, been paid 18k. Gained a lot of rep with the Fanes, lost more rep with Hana. Move on to our next step. One crew member has dangerously low health, we'll pay for that. Spice leave. All our illegal goods. can. Alright, what's the next part of the mission? Location, the surface of Gloomhorn. We must bring this hunt to a conclusion and pin him down at last. Alright, we'll set a waypoint. Let's see, can we upgrade the ship? I won't even know where to start. We haven't even been in ship combat yet. Proves Falcon class weaponry and armor for all crew. Look at my crew manifest. I would like someone with stealth and negotiate. Does anybody... Can we tell if anybody on the crew has that? Oh, we can. Stealth. E-Tech. If we buy, oh, was that diplomat? Yeah, me. A lot of soldiers and gunners. We need hyperwarp navigators. We have a navigator. It's navigation and tactics. We can afford to lose a gunner. We have 7 on board. So let's dismiss a gunner. Mason Goldburn. Oh, he's got loot armory. Signature homing. Steady. %, chance to gain permanent 1 explore skill bonus when leveling. We'll keep that. Gunner. Ranking fire. She can leave. Right, you're dismissed, Katrin. And we recruit a navigator. Or a mechanic even. Jeez. Plotting, charting, and safely navigating the great shipping lanes and seemingly endless empty space of the world requires a steady hand and a sharp mind, trained in mathematics and the navigation tools of a star trading vessel. So it seems we have everything we need. This would add, a mechanic would add ship ops, electronics, and repair. But we're pretty good in those areas, even if we only have 1 mechanic on board. Bum, 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 bum. I wanted to get another officer. Optimal range of 2 for the lance. I'm just going to add a regular officer cabin for 8,500 and make a new officer. For the Phoenix Lance, let's do it. Boom. Alright, now our new officer will be promoted. And who's that going to be? Crew dog, soldier, gunner, and E-Tech. What a pilot with sharp steering. Ajax. Boosting resilience. He gains morale whenever exploring. He's a pilot with navigation and tact and little tactics. I didn't actually even think about it, but what is the bonus that you get for being an officer? Let me go and ask and I'll be right back. Alright, so apparently the bonuses to upgrading an officer is that you can change their profession. You can rank other jobs up. And it would be a good idea to put tough to put down, 5% death save to survive a lethal hit in any situation, +2 fortitude. 20% chance to gain 1 explore skill bonus when leveling. Exhilarated by wandering off, gains morale. Alright. It'd be a good idea to send some kind of gunner up there. +2 wisdom, +1 resilience. Another pilot. He's got +10% all damage, +5% armor, +5% all accuracy. He's a gunner. +1 strength, +15 armor piercing. Never suffers a morale break in crew combat regardless of how low morale is. Oh, but he has combat nerves. A soldier. Electronics tech. Who's that? Electronics tech. I don't know who I'm going to promote. Battle scarred. +20 bleed resist, +5 accuracy. Alright, let's promote the swordsman Sergio Dauerbach. Alright, he's got 4 points to spend in his jobs. Trade him in swordsman. Assassin. Strikes quickly and without warning. An assassin fights on the front rank of every combat, relying on disabling attacks and poison. An assassin strikes and then disappears in the shadows. Let's get that for some stealth. Bum, 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 bum. Boom. Let's check out the talents. He's got 2 points to spend, so let's see. +10 accuracy, +20 melee damage. Successful hit causes +22 bio poison, -10 armor for 2 turns. Let's get Venomous Blade. Make an initiative roll in crew combat. Buff yourself with a +3 initiative, +15% critical, +15% parry for 3 turns. Let's go with Balanced Blade. It's a good attack and Venomous Blade. Cool. Welcome aboard, Sergio. Satem Luek. How's a talent? Automatically passes a failed tactics test in any situation. Astute and careful direction protects crew when flying through radiation storms and ion storms. Let's make for a quick escape, fast getaway. In case we have to escape, buff ships with 5% shield, 5% armor, plus 20 to escape for 2 turns. Just in case we have to get out of there. Alright, so where the heck were we? I have to hyperwarp to the far fallen rim. Can't sell illegal goods there. Alright, we're not going to explore right now. Let's get on the trail of this dude. Gambling did something. Gambling argument ended in a fight. Let's navigate. Compartment damage during a fight. Fights are breaking out left and right. Advance resource rush at third craters. Learned rumor by Talon Alert Scanner. Sudden surprising abundance of raw resources has been discovered in the third craters. Planetary miners and explorers are returning with holds full of rich finds from the surface. Alright, we actually have a mission over here. What are your trade laws? Rated 2 out of 10? Didn't hurt that much, honestly. 2 out of 10, we might be able to... Yes, we can sell these. 27k total. Price per unit B, so that's good. Oh. We have 12 Kongan Locusts we can sell for 20k, but the price per unit is F. Hold on to those for a while. We have 100,000. Something I haven't done is actually saved. And probably should put an end to this episode and start a new one. So I'll say thanks for joining me. If you like this, press the like button. If you want to see more, leave me a comment. Press the like button. And yeah, if you want to see more of Captain Webb's adventures in space. So the lower the trade law, the more you can sell, obviously, as we just saw. Next episode, we'll head to Ihaka Basin. It's got a lot of danger, not much reward. But we have a mission to find a certain Kelbe Demore there, so see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.